AITAH for suing my ex for full custody after he allowed his uncle to be around our daughter? TW abuse. My ex and I have been separated for a little over a year. We have a 4-year-old daughter who we share custody of. Our relationship had its ups and downs and we didn't part on friendly terms. Our relationship has gotten better now and we sometimes talk about things other than our child. Our custody agreement dictates that she spends 1 week with me and 1 with her father. When I picked her up on Sunday, my ex and I had coffee and chatted while she packed up her things. When she came out of her room, I asked her if she had a good week and what they did. She told me that Grandpa visited. I had to really restrain myself from attacking my ex right in his kitchen and he knew that. I know he was feeling guilty about it because he wouldn't look me in the eyes and tried to subtly get us to leave, which we did immediately. Whether he was feeling guilty for what he did or for getting caught I don't know. My ex-father is dead. He was raised by his, very abusive in every possible way, uncle. I met his uncle once or twice and that man is not somebody I would ever allow around my child. I made that clear to my ex who for some unbelievable reason still has a close relationship to his uncle. While we were still together our daughter never met him. When we broke up I made my ex promise to me that he would keep our daughter away from this man. I had a long talk with my daughter. I didn't tell her anything but I made sure she was fine and that nothing bad had happened. After I put her to bed I called my ex. Before I could say anything he tried to defend himself by saying how he had been there the whole time and that his uncle was basically his father so he should be allowed to introduce him to his daughter. He also mentioned that since she's a girl we don't have to worry about anything anyway. I absolutely lost it and screamed at him until he hung up. On Monday I told my sister who told me to get full custody and gave me the number of a lawyer. I talked to the lawyer and he thinks if I can prove that he knowingly allowed our daughter to be around someone who could be a threat to her well-being, I shouldn't have a problem getting full custody. I think I still have messages of when my ex told me about some of the things his uncle did to him and even though I feel bad about using his trust in me against him I won't let the same things happen to my child. This afternoon my ex called me again. He sounded like he'd been crying and kept apologizing and begging me not to take his daughter from him. I told him that I'm sorry but I want to protect my daughter and won't be able to trust him to do the same now. When he realized that he wouldn't change my mind he called me a witch and claimed that I was using our daughter to control him. I feel terrible about this because I still care about him and don't want to hurt him but I couldn't live with myself if I let anything happen to my child.